we just managed to fit the machine on with the hay. We kind of planned it and it worked, but it was a little tighter than we thought, but we did get it fit. She's on there. We just drove it straight on and got it strapped down, but it's not bad. Tires are pretty weather checked and a few things, but it's going to be a pretty good beast for us, I think. All in all, pretty excited to get it home and get moving on it. I've already got one or two guys talking to me about some contract work with it, so we're good to get it home and get it repaired and ready to work. We got it finished relocating it on the trailer now that we got the hay off, and now we're adding a digger to the front. This section's on. We're gonna load the chisel points on the top, and then we'll be able to get ready to move it again. We made her home. Now I'm gonna go get some sleep at my house, and then we'll meet up and link up tomorrow to get her unloaded and drove home.
Mark came back last night from his trip from Colorado, and he got kind of late, and his friend who has a lowboy and a semi, he actually parked it at his house, and he said he'll just bring it over. However, semis really can't go on our main road. He's never been up here, our friend, so that would be kind of fun to have him over and check our place out. We've been friends with him for many years, as long as I've known Mark, and even before that, as Mark's known him. So, and we've done a lot of work with him. Today is the day. Mark just came home last night and
slept. Oh, hallelujah.
It's been a long 3 days.
Yeah.
How many miles did you guys cover?
2,300 miles.
Awesome.
Covered in 3 days. Good conversations with some new people that were real good people.
Yep, and of course, time with our friend, which is always the best. Yep. So
we got to go drive out and meet him so we can get it unloaded, and then I'm going to have to drive this machine the 2.5 miles back to our place, because there's no way his big 48-foot transport's coming up this road.
Yeah.
So we'll offload it out there, and then we're going to bring it in. So We're going to head out there right now.
And me and Logan are just going to be his film crew for now and help where we can. This is bigger than I thought. Look at this thing though. It's so neat. Oh, that thing is so cool. That thing is cool. Oh no, I don't think we could have either. When he showed me a picture of it, there's no way.
get her home in a minute. You want a what?
I want a picture.
Oh.
Great thumbnail. Are you kidding me? That was perfect.
All right, I'm gonna put it in a high gear and just let her kind of like idle speed.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that looks like. But I probably won't do it until we get around the corner so we're going. I don't want to have to I don't have any like pedal brakes. I just have the hand brake.
Yeah, I saw that. It's kind of scary.
No. The handbrake works fine, but it's not meant to slow the whole machine constantly. So I don't want to wear it out doing that. So I'll just take an easy speed getting to there, and then we'll take off and I'll get a feel for how the transy shifts, and we'll get it figured out. Okay. Well, she's gonna be all right. It's actually got a lot of oil pressure. Just don't want to work it too hard and cook the engine at all. Just get a feel for how much slowdown it does when I decelerate. That's pretty okay. Tires have got a little bit of hop in them from sitting for 3 years. A lot less than I expected though. Second gear is pretty slow and I don't want to over rev it to get it into third, and try to pull. So I'm gonna pull it easy in second, coming up to the flat up this little grade, and then once I'm up the grade and I'm flat, I can put it into third, and I think we can truck on and probably get it in a good pace where I'm not having to rev it too much. I don't want to cook the engine out. There's a big gap between second and third gear. Big gap. See, we got this downhill slope coming right here. And I think that'll get us just fine. Be able to be in the third range or third gear, I guess. Yeah, that drops a long ways. That's slower RPM than in second gear, and really cooking. Boy, it doesn't take much grade, and that wants to slow right down. Definitely not a synchro mesh tranny. Oh, that's why. So I'm in second and high, so then it's low and third. That makes more sense now. I was splitting it the wrong way. So I was jumping 2 gears. home, baby. Okay, we made it. That was a bit of an adventure, but we got it. Getting a feel for it, getting it used to how it shifts, what the gear pattern. I started up and I thought I was going like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in either high range or low range, like my tractor. And I was like, gosh, that feels like a long gap between second and third. And then I brushed more dirt off of there, and I found the shift pattern, and it's actually splitting. So your first gear low, first gear high, second gear low, second gear high, third gear low, high. So that made a difference. It drove right up. Yeah, it's got milk.
Cracked. Is that new?
I think during shipping, yeah. But it's straight square glass, so it's easy to replace. That's the beast, honey.
Okay, it's always bigger than I always think. It's huge.
To be fair, it was bigger than I expected when I walked up to it the first time. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I knew it was a good sized machine, but I didn't think it would be quite that big.
The only thing I was like, it started raining, and I thought, I bet he's really happy to be in a cab right now.
Yeah, I had the door open because I was like hoping I could get enough speed to blow out an inch of Colorado topsoil, but I never did. But even with that, there was just enough warmth coming off of like the transmission and some of that coming through there that I was like, I was comfortable. I could feel the warmth once it started to warm up. But it never got hot. It stayed in a good temperature all the way. So I was cool. Like, keep at it. And
yeah, you just kept going. And I didn't want to be behind you because I thought...
You saw me miss the corner and have to go down his driveway.
Yeah, and I had to explain that. I went down to just to knock on their door. I'm like, if you see mysterious tire tracks, that's why.
Yeah.
And they were just fine with it. Like, oh, people use that to turn around all the time. I'm like, yeah, but we're like in your like driveway. So, but
No,
yeah,
I was coming and I'm like, oh no, and then I was like, okay, pull the brake, because the service brakes. He said the service brakes work, but the master cylinder leaks. Well, look at it. He's got some plastic crap in here and hose clamps trying to keep. And you can see all of this like rust and stuff is from the brake fluid leaking out and coming in and working off the paint and taking it off and stuff.
Well, the buddy seat. So
it's a cuddle seat. It's not even a buddy seat. It's a cuddle seat.
Is my rear end gonna fit?
Oh yeah. Do you want to climb up there? So step on the blade and then step your foot in the pegs.
And then that's your print there.
That's my butt print. Yep. So climb on up in there.
Oh.
There you go. And then up.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that could fit.
Yeah, you can stand and walk and climb around.
Well, yeah, so I would fit. I'm not sitting on that. I'm not going to get my pants dirty. But I guess if I had to take 20 more pounds off, I'd still do it just to sit here with you.
I'll sit and you can see how much room you have.
No, we're really, well, okay, let's do it. Oh, yeah.
So you got lots of room.
Yeah, I have lots of room. Hey, it's nice.
Doors open on
this needs to get vacuumed and washed real bad.
It needs to get the other door open and the leaf blower and poof,
yeah.
Clear.
Okay, let me see.
I had to like clear inches of dust to find the shift pattern.
To
see, because I was like, gosh, second to third seems like a lot of distance, long ways.
How
hard
fast
shift.
can this thing go?
The spec sheet says 28.
28 miles? Oh,
an hour.
I think I'm stuck.
No, step to the blade.
Oh, I don't know if I have
over to the blade with your left foot.
Oh, there we go.
See?
It's so big.
Yeah.
Okay, tires.
Okay.
How many tires are you going to have to replace?
Pretty much all of them.
Oh.
Well, see how much.
That one's really bad. Look at that crack right there.
Yeah,
that's
got
bad.
Some big cracks even up here. Look at these.
Yeah, those have to come off. They have to get checked.
But if you look close, you notice these are all dark green. You know why that is?
Military, probably. Something.
Yep. This is the same size tire they put on a lot of things on the old military trucks and stuff. We might even just get rims with tires from the surplus yard.
Okay.
That's the chunk of tread that was missing. So this is what I was telling you, where you can offset the blade. You have to literally unbolt it and move it to the other
with
mounting.
All your pin challenges, make sure that those are.
Well, this is like, if you're going to offset the blade, like you can set it here, you can set it here. So depending on which way you definitely need more reach all the time, you can set it to that side. But it's a bit of work because you have to unbolt everything and then move it and reconnect it. But it does have a cool thing called a lateral shift. So right here it pivots.
I saw your tires do like a crab walk look.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I meant. So that big arm pushes it to that way or pushes it to this side.
So even if you have it set, you can still move it back and forth. I can still move it
from one side to the other pretty well.
Moving the camera.
When I turned into the driveway and I was coming around the corner, I'm like, okay, let me back up just a little bit and lay the tires to the side so that I could pull around the corner tighter.
So the tires, like they did like a crip walk?
They do this.
Oh yeah, I did see you rotate them before you got started.
Yeah, I did the same thing here.
And how did that work? Did that work pretty good?
Oh yeah, all the functions work fine. They all work just fine.
Well, I'm hoping that when you pop this thing open, it's just the rings.
The seals, yeah.
The seals, that's what I mean.
I just from the explanation of everything, the way that it runs and the situation and the symptom, I'm certain that the seals, the O-rings on the cylinders, sleeves, are bad and causing the coolant to get in.
It's a Cummins diesel engine?
Cummins. No G, yeah.
Okay.
Cummins 4-cylinder.
And if you needed to get a new engine, you would go to 6-cylinder? Is that right?
No.
No, you'd stick to the 4?
Yeah, it's right for the transmission. You go to a much bigger engine and your transmission's not going to hold up right and the gear train won't handle it. You know, it's just too much.
Cool.
But
well, this is really neat. And then you need to find is it claws? What are they called?
Scarifiers.
Scarifiers?
Scarifiers.
Does that go in here?
Yep, they sit right in here and they come down in big hooks with digger points, and then this thing can come down and sink those hooks into the ground and rip it apart. And you can put, it'll hold all of them, but you can put a couple or you can put whatever, so you can kind of put how many you want in there at a time.
That's awesome.
When you got a big pothole, because the pothole is a compaction ring, and you can sink those deep through the pothole and rip that rim off of the pothole so it's not compacted like that. And then when you blade it back, it all blades out and compacts straight and square and flat, you know?
Yeah.
So
very cool.
These up here are for bolts for other functions. It doesn't have that function, but this is where you would bolt like a V blade on the front.
You can do a V blade?
Uh-huh.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, I'll show you a picture of them.
Really?
That a V plow.
Yeah.
It's a mechanism out here, and it has arms that raise and lower it. But the blade would stick. It would be clear out here, and it comes from a point and goes like this in front of the tires.
What?
Like that. And they usually stand about this tall.
Oh my God.
And it just goes like this. So that's a drift buster, you know.
Didn't I get you one of these already?
She was pretty impressed with herself. She figured it was going to be quite the helpful tool here. Of course, that's how the budget goes for this kind of equipment right now. So